Hello, people. It's your Usmaan back again with another Manchester United podcast. We are here live in the studio. My fantastic bedroom is where it is. We've got Kojo, Beats, and special guest Sean. How you doing, boys?
What's good?
Good, brother. Yeah. Good, brother.
Obviously, I didn't introduce Bits and Bob because I got to give him a separate introduction today. Listen, Scotland finally
Man got the iron, bro.
into a major tournament. Listen, before we start the show, Bits and Bob, I just gotta get your thoughts, brother. Quick time, what you saying, man? How you feeling?
Yeah. So what? Scotland are going to the fucking Euros! Oh man, you know what, man? Like, 22 years of hurt, 22 years of misery, man. We're there. But now, listen, it's November, providing another great news, man. It's good, Andy Robertson. I think last time Scotland played in a major tournament, Andy Robertson was 4 years old. Do you know what I'm saying? So now it's good, man. We're there. We're going to fulfill the fixtures. We're not going to win it, but we're there. So
I'm just happy for the boys. You're in England's group, so anything can happen, obviously. We know what like.
Do you know what?
In the competition.
If we beat them and we get knocked out, that's all that matters, man.
Oh, my God.
I'm serious.
Obviously, we've got the quiz on Monday. I've got a feeling the guys might pick international, especially Bits and Bobs this week. That's all I'm going to say.
All right, win a circle, Beaks. Chop. Win a circle.
Champion circle.
We've got two of the champions here. Obviously, Kojo's going to be part of the Avengers. But listen, we've got Tony Hero straight in there. I'm buzzing that Scotland at the Euros, as I am Scottish. Huge congratulations to you as well, Tony. Obviously, we love the Scots.
From Big Smoke, Tony, Edinburgh. Come on.
Yes. Gotta give homage to the fellow Scots. So listen, first and foremost, just want to say, make sure you drop a like and subscribe to the channel. 75% of you who are watching this are not subscribed. So 3 out of 4, which is literally mind-blowing. So it's free. Just subscribe to the channel. We're trying to get to 900, like I already said. We've got the quiz on Monday. Trust me, you do not want to miss the quiz. And then myself and Bits and Bobs have got a podcast on racism in football as well. So obviously stay tuned for that one. That's going to be a good show. But anyways, let's get on to today's podcast. We are talking Manchester United and the season thus far. Yes, we've not played that many games, but international break's a bit dead, with all due respect to Scotland. It's a bit boring for us neutral, so to speak. I'm not really enjoying it, so we thought, let's see how we're getting on so far. Kojo, we'll start with you. First and foremost, Manchester United currently reside at the lower half of the table. If you didn't know already, if you haven't been reminded every day of the week from rival fans, we're currently in the bottom half of the table, mate. How are you feeling at the moment? We're currently top of the Champions League group, so I don't know which one you prefer, but it is what it is.
Yeah, I'm still dissatisfied, man, because like, after we beat PSG and Leipzig in terms of Champions League, losing to Istanbul was. He's just drinking back alcohol. I'm dissatisfied because we need to set pace in the league also, and we're not setting pace in the league at all. We're struggling. Obviously, we got a good win against Everton before the international break, but beforehand, it's been the same old inconsistencies that we worry about, and that comes through the inconsistency of lineup and all of that. So I'm not happy. I won't be happy until I don't see the bottom half of the table again. I won't be happy until we get the revenge slapping against Istanbul. So so we need to improve, and we need to improve quickly. But so far, if you ask me if out of 10, it's been a 4 out of 10 so far. It's not been good.
Yeah, I know. I can't disagree with you. I think that 4 is basically the Champions League, isn't it? Really, because you can't really give anything in the Premier League because we got slapped by Spurs and then lost to bloody Banter FC, Arsenal. A bit off topic here, but Bits and Bobs, obviously, for yourself, Hearts or Hibs, I don't know who you support from them two, or who you prefer, should I say.
I'll answer it so he understands. The cabbage, mate. You understand that. I'm more, I'm just lean more towards Hibs. Hibs are the cabbage. I lean more towards
I knew that. I see that. My general knowledge is just fantastic, man.
Wait, Bobs, who is your SPL team?
Rangers.
That's a good question. Do you know, no one's ever asked me that.
It's Rangers, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I know my thing, lads. I know.
Just I hate them because obviously that idiot's the manager. So I just say the boys in blue. So yeah, boys in blue. But
say no more. As long as you're not on about Man City, it's fine. Anyways, let's come to you, Sean. Obviously, first time on the channel. Obviously, massive shout out to you. Thank you for coming on. I'm liking the little display behind you. I kind of need to get something. Mine's a bit dead. So obviously, send me the link later. It's all good. But how what are your thoughts at the moment with the sort of situation of the season, as you've heard from Kojo? 4 out of 10. Do you echo that sentiment, or do you disagree?
Listen, I feel like, first off, thank you guys for having me. It's a pleasure to be with you guys. You could tell by my amazing Irish accent where I come from. Not Ireland. Let me say this. Overall, you have to look at what's happening at our club and be like, we're really heading in the right direction. I feel like this last win, the manager's doing an amazing job. Everyone's on board. And I don't mean anything of what I just said. That's some bullshit. You're terrible. Less of that nonsense. It's nonsense. We're terrible.
I looked at Coach straight away like, what?
People acting like all these at the freaking wheel. If he's at the wheel, we crashed. 14th, It's ridiculous, man. Listen, for y'all that don't know me, I try to keep it as honest and real as I can. I'm not Agenda FC. I call it the way I see it. Right? Yeah, my favorite player, PP. That's my guy. Guess what? Leave him on the bench because right now he's been struggling. It's my favorite player. It's not about agendas. I love Ollie. He's a legend. But the fact is he ain't good enough. We all know he isn't good enough. The fact is, but because of sentiment, we're gonna just be like, everything's great. Nah, man. We're like what? We're 14th right now. 10 points. We got 10. Think about this. 10 points. It's not just the 10 points. It's the manner in which we've been playing. And the fact that, first off, that pagan Jose Mourinho want to come up and beat us and slap us like that. And then we have to deal with these clowns. Listen, I almost wanted to get my little fancy drink and pretend I was my guy from down there, Arsenal Fan TV, that's living in La La Land, drinking whatever he's drinking. That's how I feel right now. Because even them clowns came up and beat us. You know what I'm saying? Like, so how can we be happy? How can we sit back? Yeah, we beat Everton, and people can say, look what's happening in Champions League outside of Turkey. Let's not think about that. But the fact is, any team that sits back against us, we're clueless. So the fact is, we go to Turkey and lose play like that. So, man, I am not really happy with where we're at. No Manchester United. Listen, I'm entitled, right? I'm an American, and I didn't grow up with nothing but they say soccer over here. We say football, So here's the thing. At the end of the day, when I sit there and I know what team I've supported for over 20 years and I see where we're at now, it's past the point of banter, but it's entering into the place of hurt. It's like what I got DT say? When's it going to end, Robbie? That's how I feel right now. When's this going to end? I feel like Usmaan, when's it going to end, man? That's how
it's not. That's the thing.
But no. Listen, real talk, and then I'll shut up for a minute. We're going to win 6 in a row. Every time there should be a shift. Every time there should be a change. Ollie channels his inner Sir Alex, which isn't that. He calls on Mount Bruno and he erupts. And Bruno single-handedly kept this guy in a job, And people talk about, the players are to blame. The players are to blame. Ollie got us third. Ollie didn't get us third. Bruno Fernandes got us third. Let's get this right. Bruno FC got us third last season. And at the end of the day, we got to just be better, man. I mean, don't tell me, we slap Pep. We slap Frank. Until we slap Sean Dyche, I ain't smiling.
No, I cannot disagree. Sorry, I can't disagree with you at all, to be honest. Regarding the last bit when you said until we slap Sean Dyche, I don't know. I got a sort of picture of someone just going up to and slapping him. I don't know why, but I completely agree with that. That's what it comes down to, really. And I think, for me personally, the moment where I was most impressed with Ollie and the team was was actually post-lockdown. We had that first game against Spurs where we drew 1-1. Obviously, Pogba came on the bench, off the bench, got us a penalty, etc. And then that period after that, we were playing very poor teams, like the teams that we should be, the likes of the Bournemouth, the likes of the Sheffield United, Aston Villa, Brighton, back-to-back. And a lot of Rivals fans were saying, "Oh, look, Man United beating shit teams, etc." But for me as a fan, that was the first time under Oli that I genuinely believed that he could do something, because that was that issue. We couldn't actually beat the team. We beat Sheffield United convincingly 3-0. This was a good Sheffield United at the time. We slapped Bournemouth 5-2, then beat Aston Villa 3-0, beat Brighton 3-0, where we scored one of the best goals I've seen us score since we scored that counter-attack against Arsenal, with that Ronaldo finishing off, obviously Bruno this time finishing off with a pass from Greenwood in the end. And we were playing good football. So that period of time, they showed that they could do it. But it just comes down to consistency, and that's something we've not really seen it. Ollie, I'm someone that's very critical or sort of very reserved in my judgment of players, because I'm a strong believer of purple patches. And I think as a manager, Ollie loves a purple patch, basically. You saw Jesse Lingard's purple patch. You see loads of players get these purple patches where they start fantastically well. But it's all about sustainability. That's what makes you elite as a manager, as a player. And then if you do it season in, season out, that's what makes you world class. So for me personally, until we do it consistently for the season, you can never be in a league category as a manager, especially for Manchester United. But Biggs, let me pass it to you. Obviously, a lot of good points raised. Just from the other side, obviously from the audience brigade, so to speak, a lot of them are going to say, look, we've got a game in hand. If we win our game, okay, granted, they're not going to say, surely everyone accepts we've had a shit start to the season. But what, if you're being positive, optimistic, so to speak, we've got a game in hand. Hypothetically speaking, we win that game in hand. We go above Arsenal. I think we got level on points with Man City, if I'm not mistaken. A couple of points of Spurs, who have been flying apparently. It's not as doom and gloom as it seems, because it's still early doors. What's your thoughts to people that have that notion or that sort of thought process?
Man, again, like you said, just to echo what you said, it all depends on if we win our game in hand. I mean, this has been such a poor season overall. No one can say they're out and out being clear flying. I mean, I don't know where Spurs fans are getting, carried away for. You're not flying.
Well,
no one's really
they've won the league in there, so it is what it is.
Congratulations to them. 8 games in. I mean, when are you going to see the trophy? I don't know. But moving on from that, I just feel like there's no one there's no one in the league that's doing well. How dare you say you're flying? Honestly, that's slightly rattled me. Who the hell says they're flying?
Triggered. But it's triggered that easy. I'll bet that, man.
What? Flying. There's no one flying in this league, bro. This is a COVID league. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, there's no one that's actually doing well, bro. No one's really been prepared like that. If you look at it in hindsight, bro, everyone has lost a game. Usually, like, we're 8, 9, 10 games in, and there's always that one team that hasn't lost. Do you understand what I'm saying? Everyone in the league has lost. Let's be fair. And that's not down to the fact that, the season started late. It's down to the fact that there was no preseason. No one was actually prepared. People are dropping like flies when it comes to people getting COVID and whatnot. And it sort of affects the way the teams are set out to be. Do you understand what I'm saying? I mean, if you look at Liverpool, bro, they've been the most unluckiest side, bro, right now with their injuries, and on top of that, they got Salah with COVID as well. So, bro, with them, they're in a higher position, but does that mean that they're not flying, bro? No one's flying, man. For us, Man United fans, I think we should just be kind of, it's mad I'm going to say this, we should be kind of actually grateful that we're not that far behind.
We're lucky, aren't we? Let's be real.
Yeah, in that sense.
That's the only way you can lose. It's really lucky, isn't it?
Very, 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 very lucky. Because if it was any other season, I'm telling you right now, I actually think he would have gone a long time. Because, bruv, we're actually just, like you said, I think if we win our game in hand, we're what? Above Arsenal, did you say? Crazy,
yeah, we are.
And then we're leveled on points with Man City. That's mad, bruv. So if we're speaking like that, then they haven't had a good season either. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, but their fans are going like they're fucking at the rate start to the season. They're going to win league and shit.
This is what I'm saying. People can, take it in different ways. But the way I see it, bruv, overall, the Premier League has been trash, man. And you just got to accept that. And that's why United fans are so angry, because the season's been trash. we've even been worse.
Just to put it into context, I've just got the table in front of me. Just hypothetically speaking, let's just say we win that game in hand. We're 5 points off first. That's it.
You see.
So, and obviously it's only 8 games in, so it's going to be close.
Yeah, it's going to be very, very close. Yeah.
But in saying that, we're literally only 4 points off Liverpool if we win that game in hand. So it's not really that far at all at the moment as it stands.
Yeah, it's not far. It's just, like I said, it's a dead league.
But we won't win the game in hand. I don't know why I'm saying that. If we win, I know it knows we'll end up losing to like West Brom or something.
Who's the game in hand? Isn't the game in hand Burnley?
I think it is Burnley.
Look at Sean. That's why Sean said, listen, we need to slap up Sean Dyche, bro. Do you see what I mean?
Stop it.
Yeah. So, bro, like, I don't know how people are interpreting it, but I know that, well, I can say all of us here are not happy, bro. So I understand why Kojo is saying 4 out of 10, bro. I thought we'd go lower, bro. I'm not going to lie, G.
What would you give, and then we'll bring it to Bob's? What would you give Beaks out of 10? What you say?
Oh, me? Oh, I thought we went to Bob's. Bob's, man's moving as if I'm yacked. Bob's is yacked, bro. No, I'd give it like 3 out of 10, bro. Like, okay. That's how bad it is, bro. Like, I'm just, yeah, man. Everyone's depressed, bro.
Yeah, well, we've got a comment here. This is ads. GNA TV. Well, 7 max for the season. I would say 6 because we have improved certain players. We are bagging results still ain't good enough, but a 4 now. So he's giving us 6. He's also said this is in response to you, Sean. I would assume single-handedly he got us 3rd. Nah, stop. Fred was there before, and he was when Bruno came. Let's stop this nonsense. He helped just as much as Bruno. Be real.
Yeah, he helped in that game against Burnley right before Bruno came too, didn't he? Come on, man. He helped in Newcastle away, didn't he? Listen, I was at those. I love Pastor Frederick, but stop being revisionist as if Bruno didn't come in and do what the man did and take away our penalties. Who are you talking to? Talk about Frederick. Man, you play it. I love Pastor Frederick, but we ain't here to talk nonsense, fam. You know what I'm saying? We go. I would say I'll be nice today and say maybe 5. I mean maybe, but I'm more leaning toward 4. I'd say 4 only because can we? I don't want to get off on the wrong foot with my guy Bits and Bobs because I'm really happy for Scotland and all that. But he might want to just close your ears, sneeze or something as I say this. But the fact that Scott McTominay plays over Paul Pogba on the regular is killing me, bro. I mean, like, or Donny van de Beek, either one. But I mean, come on. Now, again, Scott just got it done with the national team. Go Scotland. I mean, I expected Bits and Bobs to be wearing the blue and the white, like looking like Braveheart up in here. But fam, I mean, come on. Like, what are we doing with our squad and our players, man? Like, I don't know. As you could tell, I would say for me, 5 at the max right now. But we're going to get top 4 and all that, man. Come on, we already know what we've seen this show before. We know what's going to happen. We're going to go. Well, we are inconsistent. Don't want to run FC.
Yeah, literally, in it is whereas I'm just looking at our form now. Flipping as absolutely dog shit in the league. But yeah, just regarding the rating itself, I'm torn between a 3 and a 4. The only reason I'm probably giving it a 4 is because of the fact that we beat PSG and RB Leipzig, but then we lost to Istanbul. So it's like
that's it. That's the reason.
We lost 6-1 to Spurs, man. I can't get over that still. And we lost to Arsenal as well. But basically, Bobs, let's bring you in. Obviously, you know, I thought I'd allow you to have a little drink, enjoy yourself, relax, sit back, and all that good stuff. But let's get your thoughts, and also I want you to give me your standouts of the season so far. So what I'm going to say is, you can't say someone's already mentioned. So obviously, if Bob says Scott McTominay, for example, you're gonna have to. You lads are gonna give me someone different than Scott McTominay. Okay. But yes, Bob, we'll start with you first, and then let you have. Yeah. So who's been your standout so far, and obviously your season review.
I just want to. I'm gonna jump on the back of Sean and Beaks. Yeah. I'm gonna say a 3 out of 10 because domestic is your bread and butter, and it's bullshit right now. Bullshit FC. Fucking Titanic FC, boy. We're sinking. Do you know what I'm saying? Sinking more than I'm simping this fucking drink, bro. Do you know what I mean? Stand-up player, to answer your question, Usmaan. Do you know what, yeah? For me, it's a tie. They've all been shit equally. Personally. Do you know what I'm saying? Let me be real here. I ain't even trying to... And Sean, listen, Scott McTominay, Scott McSauce, I'm going to tell you this right now. He's shit, yeah? But do you know what? He's our player. Do you know what I'm saying, bro? So he's our dog as well. So, do you know what I mean? But no, to answer your question, listen, man, we call him Scott McSauce, but we only call him that because for some banter, bro. Do you know what I mean? Because I'm looking at the sheet and I'm like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, oi, something doesn't make sense here. 2 + 2 = 4, not 5. Do you know what I'm saying? No, I think there's none of them stand out for me, to be honest. I'm not going to lie to you. They've all been equally shit. And, you know, we're talking about all in that. Let's be serious here. We in the Champions League, what's he done? We beat RB Leipzig, whatever, and we beat Paris Saint-Germain. All jokes aside, so what? Yeah, so what? Like, and what? You can't even beat Arsenal fucking home. Fucking the circus came to Manchester United and came and beat us 1-0 with a boomerang and fucking Thomas the Tank Engine with fucking Elmo. Are you fucking kidding me? Frodo Baggins can't even beat Elmo on fucking Sesame Street at fucking Old Trafford. Honestly, bro. So none of them at all. And do you know what? Like, you know, like, to be honest, none of them, because I can't even say it with my chest. Oh yeah, he had a good game. So fucking what? If he had a good game, we've got fucking beat. Everyone's like, oh, we beat Everton 3-1. So fucking what? We should fucking be pamming Everton like Pam Anderson. You know what I mean? Like proper, like chucking them some proper real doings. But we're happy because Tarzan got a goal in that. Fuck off. We should be beating them 3-1 easy. Nah, bun them, all of them, useless. That's my statement on the business.
Oh well, biggest disappointments for you, Bob, is going to be an interesting topic, isn't it? Right, okay, I'm just going to get some comments in because obviously you see me put them on the screen anyways, but AK saying Nante agrees with you completely. Tony Hero is actually a Liverpool fan, saying James Garner at Watford, what a guy. Obviously Ben Foster's YouTube, by the way, is absolute gold, so if you haven't already, check that out. It's quality. GNA saying Fred and Bruno is given 2 there. So, Kojo, are you echoing the sentiment of Bob's, saying nobody's really done anything this season thus far of merit, or do you feel there's someone that deserves any form of credit so far?
Fucking kit, man, because you can get the kit right or something. But
oh my God!
You know what? No, I can't give it to him. You know, I'm gonna give it to this guy just because he's doing the best. He's doing. He's doing the best out of a bad situation, man. Don't even the beak because he's suffering, man. He's suffering, but when he comes on, he does a thing. Like I can look at him and say, okay, not head held high, but you did something that I can look at you and say, all right, cool. And he's actually been our best midfielder despite playing probably the less minutes out of the ones that usually start. So that's the only one I can think of. But that's sad because he's a bench warmer.
Yeah.
So, okay. Yeah.
So basically, because he's not played enough minutes, he's not had an opportunity to fuck up, basically, is what he's saying. All right, okay. So
I got 3.
I've got one, actually, because I think everyone's thinking it anyways. Fred, for me personally, has been very good this season so far. Okay, granted, he's had one bad game. I can't remember. I think it was Arsenal. It was poor. 2 maybe. Then okay, I don't know. But anyways, in general, I think he's been brilliant. I think you'd probably say 7 or 8 each game. Sometimes pushing a 9. Obviously the RB Leipzig game in particular was absolutely. That was a 10 for me. So yeah, I'm gonna say Fred. I think Fred deserves a lot of credit. I'm happy that he's starting to get a bit of praise. However, what I will say is that we need to just steady on a bit, because although he's doing well, he still needs to improve his passing. It's actually pissing me off. Keeps passing the ball away, like he wins it back, so it's not that much of an issue. But he just needs to sort of improve that part of the game, even if it's just 1 touch and play the ball, so 2 touches and play simple. I don't know if he's trying things that he's not capable of doing. That he pass through the lines consistently. Yeah, so for me, Fred, I think he definitely deserves some sort of credit. I think he's done all right. Yeah, Biggs, coming to you. Anyone else? Obviously, you can't mention Fred now. That's why I've gone before you deliberately.
Yeah, thanks for that. The only one, yeah, you know, shout out to Kojo and Bobs. You said you did your thing.
Kojo, you be serious, study.
I'm being very serious. You give a team a 6. Get that out of here. What are you doing that? Talking about?
Huh? He said 7, bro.
He said 7.
No, he said 6. He pushed it down to 6. He thought you 7.
So he started at 7, but brought it down after revision. Yeah.
I could just smoke. Yeah, Osman, you took the piss there. How can you go first? I was gonna say first.
Come on, I'm gonna make it hard for you, man. Come on.
Say less. I'll give it to Rashford because he's feeding the kids. That's how mad it is.
Rashford's done it right, to be fair.
No. I think he's got a few goals in that. Overall, I think overall. Nah.
He's done it right to feed the kids. Like,
yeah, he's done it right. This guy, you man.
This ain't Red Nose Day, Beaks. What we saying?
Bro, listen. Osman took Fred away from me. He did it on purpose. So I had to think outside the box, innit? You know them ones there. So it is what it is. Rashford's actually got a few goals. He's actually doing all right. You know them ones there. And he's feeding the kids. So, overall, I'm gonna give it to Rashford, innit? You get me? Shout out to Rashford, man. Man done.
Yeah, shout out to Marcus and Rashford. To be fair, he's not doing bad. I'm just winding you up in it.
I know it's Kojo, man. Was it because I said he's feeding the kids?
Yeah, he's feeding the kids in it. He's doing his thing in it. Sean, what do you reckon? Do you think Fred and Rashford are decent shouts? One's feeding kids, one's feeding the other team the ball constantly. What are your thoughts?
Well, I mean, everyone's picking my people. I would have said Fred and Donnie, but
I didn't pick anyone.
I've actually got one left field. I think you're all going to agree with it as well. But
I would say this might shock some of you just because he's not where he was, but from last year, I would say De Gea has been all right.
Oh, that's what I was going to
say. Yeah.
And this is why we should have never brought Henderson back, man. This is dumb. Why would it keep?
No, but to be fair, that might have given De Gea the kick of the arse.
Well, it helped De Gea, but it's hurting Dean. So if he's our future,
he can go back on loan now. In January, he's done his job, innit? So
I would say De Gea, and everyone's throwing someone out, right? Because I got an honorable mention. Because my guy AWB, he been getting a lot of hate, but Wan-Bissaka, when he's on it defensively, I mean, he couldn't pass to save his life half the time. We could get him going forward, we'd be all right. But every once in a while, defensively, this guy, man, he shuts people down. So I just think that where he went from great to terrible to getting better again, hopefully he's turning that corner as well.
Yeah, no, 100%. I think
less slander on the spider. Spider.
Yeah, no, I agree. I do think he needs to improve going forward, but we got to take in consideration his age, man. I think we do.
Yeah, he's not no good off the pitch, though.
Yeah. We're not.
I mean, off the pitch, he's done all right.
Off the pitch incidents, our team's winning by country mile, we're top of the league. The amount of incidents we've had. Practically half a starting lineup, man. And it's above Rashford, who's feeding the kids. Everybody else is on the other side, and it's all good, innit?
Can you imagine the changing room? Can you imagine the changing room on a Monday morning?
One guy's feeding kids over here, next guy's coming, next kind of singing shit over there on the side. God knows what's going on in changing room.
Hey, but
we've got one breed feeding kids. We've got one breeding to get kids. Like, what the fuck's going on?
Hey, Bob, real talk. Like, real talk. I call Scott McTominay McPassion, right?
Yeah.
He's probably, I mean, the best thing he'd probably be good at is making some of these films that, for religious purposes, I don't watch them. But I mean, hey, give the guy adult films. He's got all this passion. He ain't doing it on
Wait.
Right, Karen, come on. Anyway, let's move on to biggest disappointments. Coach is obviously thank God the priest Benji's not here. Tony said he's gotta go. See ya on that note, Tony. Adios, amigo.
See you later, Tony.
Yeah, okay, let's go to disappointments. Beaks, we'll let you start first this time because I'm talking this part.
Oh my God.
Alright, biggest disappointment.
You can only pick one, by the way.
This is the hardest thing. I have to pick one. You know what? I'm gonna say so far, and you know what? I'm just gonna say it because it's just so far, and I know he's going to improve. I know when he's up and running, he's gonna, shut everyone up, and he's gonna shut me up, and he's gonna regret. I'm gonna make sure I regret choosing him, and that's Anthony Martial. That's the only one at the moment. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, I think I would defend Martial to the core, bro. I'm that type of person. I think the guy has got the talent, bro. Do you understand what I'm saying? When he's not up and running, it's just so frustrating. And I hate these stats that these lot put in, like he ain't had a shot and whatnot. And I'm just like, bro, just shut up, man. Like right now, he's just going through the motions, isn't it? Once he's up and running, don't worry about him. But yeah, he's been the biggest disappointment at the moment. I just gotta keep it real.
Yeah,
He does have more options. See, I took an easy one. I took the
yeah,
easy.
to be fair, that was the guy I was going for. So
Shaha. That's what you get.
Right, AK says side would have picked Maguire from United 100%. Side definitely would have picked Maguire's best player so far. It is what it is. I'd say that wine in Kojo, what has Donny done his prime achievements.
Okay, wait, hold on. Firstly, every game this season that we've won, bar the Everton game, he's come off the bench, he's influenced it positively to the point where we won the game. Newcastle 1-1, came on 4-1. PSG 1-1, came on the bench 2-1. You want me to go on? Like, where are we going with this? Where's your
Leipzig fam?
Leipzig. He's accepting passes, but he's not creating anything. Let's not do this right now. Usmaan, please continue your show.
Okay, no worries. It is what it is. Thank you for addressing that, Kojo. Obviously, continue to give your thoughts. You know,
Kojo coming like Stormzy, boy.
Biggest disappointment the Beats has gone for Anthony Martial. Of course, this is referring to thus far in this season. We're not about in general before people start getting the wrong end of the stick. Bits and bobs. Let's come to you. Obviously, you know you couldn't think of any disappointments earlier, so this should be hard for you, man.
Do you know what? Yeah. For me, I'm gonna go with Harry Maguire.
Okay.
As my biggest disappointment. Do you know why? Yeah. The reason why, yeah. Check it. So you go jail, you do whatever. Okay. You give some Oscar award-winning interview. All right. Okay. So I'm thinking this guy is gonna come with some fireworks. I'm thinking, all right, cool. Roy Keane, Turin against Juventus. My man is gonna say it with his chest. You know what I'm saying? My man's gonna be walking about like, "Oi, I'm the captain." Yeah, he's a pussy, bro. Do you know what I mean? He's an absolute pussy.
My god!
Like, man wouldn't even say peekaboo for a cat or a fucking dog. Like, real talk here. He's my biggest disappointment because I'm thinking after your stupid little scandal, Green Street up in Greece, yeah. You get locked up, and surely 2 nights in jail, you must be thinking, I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna come back strong. Because they always say the comeback's better than, you know what I mean. So it's like, cool. My guy is claiming to be a ball-playing centre back. What? Because you pass 5 yards to the left back or 5 yards to the right back? Get the fuck out of my club, bro. Nah, mate. He's the biggest disappointment. Because real talk here, 85 million or not. Let's be serious. Yeah. Do you know when you take a player from a club? That club should be suffering, yeah? Listen, we took him from Leicester. Why are they excelling? Why are they playing well? Do you know what I'm trying to say to you? Listen, Harry Maguire is, for me, the biggest disappointment because I don't even, like, do you know what? Yeah, I don't even know what to call him. I don't even want to call him Harry. Like, more like Sally. You know when they say Harry met Sally? Because my guy is soft. You understand? He's just struggling, boy.
Oh my god!
Let me stop there.
Yeah, I think you should stop there because you're gonna get too carried away. Right, okay. If I can read the highlights, Houseman, hi brother. Hopefully your son's doing well. AK said Maguire, I agree. Blitz is blistering hard. 85 million we swindled from United. Oh god. Okay, so we've got Anthony Martial and Maguire. I'll go last this time and then make it hard for myself. Let's go to you, Sean. Who's been your biggest disappointment thus far this season? I've got a feeling I know it is, but who are you going for?
I'm gonna make it easier for those coming after me, and I'm gonna say Amad Diallo Traore.
Huh?
Shawn Michaels, say that again, brother. What?
Yeah, listen, fam, you can't get in a starting 11 in Serie A, and Ed Woodward wants to convince me that you're the Jadon Sancho replacement. Less of that.
Yo,
kid ain't even here yet. He's already letting me down.
Sean coming with the feature music, boy.
Yo, Sean, there's left field, then there's that. That is so far left field. I can't.
Out of nowhere.
Palestri, Traore, you ain't even here, fam. and I'm already let down because we know who should have the 7, and it's not Cavani.
Oh my
shirt right
God. No, this guy's not pissed about. All right, Cody, we'll come to you. Well, someone's gonna say the elephant.
I refuse to say Pogba. Y'all ain't getting it out of me.
Oh God, Cody, you going for a bit?
I'm rattled.
Oh, what is going on, boy?
Sean coming with a teaching music, boy. Oi, come on.
Come on. Viking Red just put, what the fuck? That's exactly how I feel, Viking.
Wow.
Listen,
Okay.
I don't know how you're going to come after that one. But listen, make sure you drop like, subscribe to the channel. Peace. Right, Coach, man. Up to you. Who's your biggest disappointment so far?
To be fair, Biggs took my one, so the next one for me would probably be Eric Bailly.
Oh, that's a shout. That's a shout.
And do you know what it is? Because after, and trust me, the other guy that people wanted to replace doesn't get any sort of credit from this either, because it's not really credit, but we had people screaming for this guy to play centre back.
Me.
And when he came back, I'm not coming for you. I know you said it, but
I'm just saying it was me. I was one of the people.
Oh, I know, but I'm going for like
it's pissing me
the
off.
majority of the fan base. Yeah. And we got hit for 6.
Yeah.
And then in his next game, he stank again. So after screaming for this guy for so long, and then on top of that, he gets injured again. At this point, it's time for him to find his passport, pack his bags, find another club, and go. It's time. See you later. Bye-bye. Don't want you here no more. If you're not playing bad, you're injured. Go to another club somewhere else. France, Italy, Spain. Go and visit the family at home. I don't know. Just leave. I don't want to see you here no more. Bye-bye. See you later. Done.
No, honestly, God, that is such a good shout. Because when, prior to the Spurs game, I was like, why is he not starting? He's been brilliant since he's playing. Comes in and gets slapped for 6 and then gets injured. It's like, it does this all the time. You literally can't rely on him at all.
Usmaan, in my head, ever since that game, the only image I've had in my head was him playing a ball across the box to Matic. I can't get that out of my head. I can't. I just can't do it. Because we see it again. I just can't do it. It's enough. It's enough. It's time for him to go. He's unreliable.
Time to go.
It's time to go.
Right, okay. So I'm not going to say the one that the media want us to say. I'm going to say Bruno Fernandes. Basically, obviously everyone's going to say the obvious one, but I'm not going to mention his name because you guys will fucking rip him to shit in the comments for no reason whatsoever. So I'll let you do that.
Who are you talking about?
Obviously, Dan James, isn't it? Yeah. So Bruno Fernandes for me. Granted, he was brilliant against Everton, and he's had a couple of good games. However, he didn't play against Singer, did he? RB Leipzig. I mean, that was our best game of the season so far. I'm not saying that's because he didn't play, but it is what it is. At the end of the day, I just don't think he's been to the level of last season. The Everton game, yes, he was fantastic. His stats suggest he's still been good, but he's just been very poor on the ball, man, throughout the whole season. This isn't down to Istanbul game. In general, every game I've seen him so far, he's been wasteful. It seems like he's getting a bit too big for his boots in the sense that if he can get away with murder and he won't get rested, he won't get dropped. Otherwise, other players within the team will have some form of ramifications for the poor performances. But yeah, fair play to him. He stepped up against Everton and he shut me up because I didn't want him to play that game. Didn't want him to start that game, and he did the job. So it is what it is. But from the standards that I expect of him, he's been well below par. So it is what it is. Anyways, let us know who your biggest disappointment is so far the season. Put in the comment section as Bob gets another drink.
How many have you got?
Bro,
anyways, God.
When I said in the group chat, the Scots are having up there. The Scots are having up there.
God. Anyways, as the Scots are having a party, let's continue on with the discussion. We're going to move on to the midfield 3 or 3 in midfield, the way you look. I obviously shout out to Kojo and the home.
Jeez. Cheap plug.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yes, you love to see it. And obviously, you know, we'll start with you, Coach, actually. It's very fitting. Three midfield, you know, is what it is. But who do you think the three midfield should be? The three midfield, you know, follow three midfield on Twitter.
Oh, that's a good question. All right, you know what? I would go Fred, Van der Beek, and Bruno. Because I agree with Sean that Pogba still shouldn't be starting just yet.
Yeah.
Fred has been in good form, to be fair to him. I think he plays his role quite well when he's allowed to press, not when he's put defensive midfield and Scott McTominay is put in this position for some reason. Shout the scorer of the 99 final winner. And Bruno Fernandes, yeah, he has been important. I criticize him a lot. I keep criticizing him, but he does contribute one way or another, which is what we need at the end of the day. And Van der Beek, like I said, every time he plays, he offers something. We improve in that midfield, whether it's a 3 or 4. So for me, it's those three right now. And then when Pogba finally eventually gets back to his best, which is taking a bit too long at this point, then yeah, you can fit him in somewhere. But right now, I'd say those three.
Okay, so you're going for obviously Fred, Bruno, and Van der Beek, your current player of the season. Anyways, coming in from AK Phil Jones, we'll be having a testimonial. How we're one of the worst players of all time. To be honest, I'm a bit gutted because of COVID, because I can't be there to pay my respects to him. You know, he's had a fantastic season and he deserves all the accolades. He's won the league numerous occasions, one of the best defenders since Duncan Ferguson. So, you know, you got to put homage on Donkey. Sean, coming to you. Sean, listen, you know, did I start, lads? I didn't start. Sean, over to you. Your midfield team, what do you reckon? What do you think?
This was a troll, by the way.
You know, the midfield is really why we win and lose games. Everyone knows that games are win and lost in the midfield. The big problem with having a freestyle system, as our manager does against smaller teams, the issue is that you can't have two players with a free role. This is why Bruno and Pogba struggled early in the season to play together. The end of last season, they played well together because Ollie shoehorned Pogba into the double pivot and forced him to play a certain way. Bruno has license to go everywhere. If you watch a game, this guy is like the U12 kid that's better than everybody else, and the coach is just like, go play, and he's at one flag and then the other flag. You're like, how'd he even get there? That's Bruno. I mean, he literally can run anywhere he wants on the pitch. Absolutely. The thing is, because of that, the big problem with United's whole team is that we have to protect two slow center backs by playing two holding players in front of them, which LVG did it a lot as well. That's why Smalling turned into Mike and was amazing. The issue we have is that you have, for me, Bruno's not being dropped because he's the new poster child, golden boy, and he's the one that's keeping Ollie in the job. Fred, I think, shouldn't be dropped. But if you're asking me our best midfield, I would play Donnie on the right. Again, I would play a 4-3-3, which we don't. So if we played 4-3-3, I would play Donnie. If we're playing 4-2-3-1, it needs to be Fred. And then Matic, if Matic is healthy, because he gives a little bit more stability defensively. And Fred is amazing, nicking the ball, winning the ball. And I love Fred. But let's be real. Sometimes Fred's first touch gets him in trouble. And so keeping him as the only one defending Sir Harry of Maguire, you know, I'll tell you what, that black and white shirt kit, it fits him well. You know, he was rocking it good in Greece, and now he's rocking it good.
Oh no!
So at the end of the day, I would say Matic, Donnie, who you guys know Donnie isn't playing because Ollie thinks he's Jose Jr. So he's throwing his little toys out the prem because he didn't get Grealish. You know, that's why he treats Donnie the way he does. You know. No reason why Donnie shouldn't have got a start. He's played well every time he plays, man. So you can't tell me there's not a I think it's Ole trying to send a shot upstairs saying, I didn't even want this guy. Yeah, that's what I think personally.
Well, he did start against Istanbul, and we did lose that game, so.
Yeah, but I mean, jeez, fam. If I hear Istanbul or Arsenal again, you guys are killing me with this, man. I ain't going to sleep tonight.
Well, but Bob's is definitely going to sleep tonight. I'll be passing out any minute now. So I'm assuming you've gone for Matic, Van der Beek, and Bruno then. Is that the third person, Sean?
Yeah, well, that's what I think would be our best that Ollie would possibly pick. However, overall, I just feel like until we get a solid Wilfred Ndidi size central defensive midfielder, I just feel like we're stuck, or we need a fast center back. It's killing us.
Well, we was hoping Baye or Twansebi will come in and obviously fit that mold, but it's time will tell regarding Twansebi. He didn't have the best of games his last time out, but I still got hope in him. I've got hope that he can be that final fixer in terms of allowing us to be a bit more expansive in midfield. But B's coming to you, so we've got two very different midfield. Wasn't really expecting anyone to put Matic in there, I've got to be honest. GNA saying, I read you though, coach. Bruno, Matic, and Donny van der Beek. Stop.
It's come for you now, bro.
You think to him now. Where's the recovery?
I got time for
those three. Sean's got time for it. Sean, just to answer that question before we go to Beeks, he's asked, where is the recovery in midfield with those three?
Okay, let me ask you this question. Where did Donny? Well, not. This is rhetorical. This is for the comment section.
Of course.
The loudest noise always comes from the cheapest seat. So I hope you're listening out there. At the end of the day, we understand. We understand simply this: Donny van der Beek has always played on the right side of a midfield. Go check the Ajax scouting report where he played at Ajax. So Donny van der Beek can play anywhere in the midfield. He's an Ajax Academy graduate. I didn't say that's the best possible midfield. Obviously, if you're looking to play more defensive, as what I alluded, the comment alluded to, you would play Fred over Donny all day. I don't even really like Matic. I'm talking about the fact that when Matic is playing well, by the way, shout out to Rick Dorette. I hope you're not watching this, because if he hears someone talk about Matic, he had to have a meltdown. I'm just saying that Matic, when he plays well, he shields the back better than anybody else. He's not my preference. I'm just talking about what I see.
He's the only real DM we have anyway, to be honest.
We're weak in that position. I mean, by the way, it's not like we couldn't have used a $40 million release clause to buy someone named Thomas Partey when we were filling the right wing.
Bro, Thomas the Tank Engine, man. Come on. What the hell?
Like, for me, I just feel like ultimately I wouldn't – it's not that I would play that. I just feel like that's right now Fred Matic, Fred McTominay, you pick, McPassion or Static Matic. It is what it is.
To be honest, I personally don't want two DMs there.
I hate it.
Obviously, especially with we'll go through the fixture shortly. With the fixtures we've got coming on, we don't need them. Beaks, coming on to you, brother. Obviously, you've heard about the Kojo and Sean. I've had to say, what are your thoughts on the midfield three?
Yeah, midfield three would probably be Fred, Bruno, and Van der Beek. I need some flair. The thing is, with Bruno, and I know a lot of people give him stick, innit? Yeah, but like, I'm trying to break it down here, innit? Like, I know he hasn't been in the best form and whatnot, but the thing is, numbers don't lie, innit? And I feel like he's a hot and cold player, innit? That everyone has been trying to like get onto. I just look at it like this, innit? Yeah, he's a player that under better management, you'll get the best out of, innit? He's a person that he's been allowed. We can see that he's been allowed to do whatever he wants, and that's not his fault, bruv. If we're speaking hindsight, that's what I'm saying. And bro, with the amount of chances he's created, I mean, if you take Bruno out of this United side, we are completely fucked. It's so mad, and I don't understand why. I'm obviously, Usmaan, you know, I'm not having a go at you. I'm just hypothetically. I just don't understand, and you'd see the comments. Everyone here would see the comments.
Yeah. To be honest, Beats, by the way, I'm not taking it personally. You won't be.
You won't
be coming back next week, don't worry.
I won't be coming back. Right, Beaks, you're not coming back.
You're not coming back, Beaks.
No, it's just I just find it annoying. Like I see the slander he gets, and I'm just thinking, bro, like take him out and you were fucked. Like there's no one else that produces the numbers he does. Like he creates.
Just to throw it out there.
Yeah.
I know it's not his natural position. However, Pogba did produce those numbers when he was playing there. When Oli first came in, and Pogba was absolutely sensational when he was playing.
Of course, and that's the problem. I don't know why Oli decided not to play Pogba in that position.
Obviously, like you said, Bruno's there now, so.
Of course, but prior to that, when we wasn't even looking into Bruno, he already took him out of that position. So I don't understand why he did that. Just hypothetically speaking. But anyway, moving forward to that, I just feel like Bruno should be a man that should be he should be given that respect at least. I mean, I don't like that slander he gets, but we move in it. That's why he's defo there in it. Him, Van der Beek with the intelligence, and just to echo what Sean said. If you see what he was doing at Ajax, you will know that this guy.
He scored for Netherlands, didn't he? Literally against Spain.
And again, like people are saying he's not fit. Correct me if I'm wrong.
He was the only one that was fit. He was one of the few that came fit. So
exactly.
You see what I'm saying? So like, I get what Sean's saying. He might be trying to prove a point, but Ollie, you're in no place to be trying to prove a point because you're trash, rude boy. Do you get me? So it is what it is. It is what it is. Do you get me? So, but yeah, I'm definitely having Fred, Van der Beek, and Bruno. Not to disrespect Pogba, like everyone else knows, like he's not on form at the moment.
Yeah.
And I don't know why that is, but it is what it is. But we all know once Pogba gets clicking, and it's peak for the league, isn't it? Do you get me? But we say this all the time. But yeah, right now it's Fred, Van der Beek, and Bruno Fernandes.
Yeah, no, the points that you made about Bruno, I do agree with what you're saying. I think a lot of people, especially Real fans in particular, are waiting for him to have a bad game so they can jump on and say, "Oh, now the Istanbul one, you've seen the stats going around."
Right.
And I think for me personally, the reason I said that he's been the biggest disappointment was because for the standard that I hold him as, I just wanted to do more consistently, and that's the same for practically every player in the team.
Yeah, that's fair.
Just because every other player was taken, actually, so that was all I was available. But just coming back to your midfield, that's the midfield I've gone for as well. Just to keep it short and sweet. I think Fred is my first name on the team sheet at the moment. I've got to be honest. I think out of all the players, he deserves to be on the team. He fights for every single ball. Yes, he can be a bit frustrating with the amount of times he gives it away cheaply, but he literally fights for every single ball. And players like that, for me as a fan, I appreciate that massively. And as you know, the saying is, he covered every blade of grass, and he does it every game. So fair play to Fred, he deserves it. And then Van der Beek, again, I agree, he deserves a run in the team. And we're playing West Brom, so it has to be that midfield three for me. Bits and bobs, what's the midfield three, brother?
Do you know what? I've listened to everyone, and I'm just thinking, it's tough, isn't it? And the different variations and stuff, but I hate to agree with everyone because I hate that. I hate agreeing with everyone. I love controversy and propaganda. But yeah, I'm going to agree with the same as you and Beaks because when you think about what you want from your midfielders, football's elevated now. Kojo, you're the coach, man, so tell me if I'm wrong. You want your midfielder, I mean, the midfielder needs to be complete now. You need to be able to recover, go forward, press, recycle the ball, keep possession, and obviously show some flair on the ball, and also be brave on the ball. And I think those three, Fred, Van der Beek, and Bruno, will be a nice little jigsaw puzzle coming together because when we look at listen, Paul Pogba is our best player at the club. Facts, we get that, right? However, unfortunately, he's been mismanaged, misused, and that's just how it is. You know what I mean? Shit happens. Get over it. We move. So going forward, I think those three midfielders would suit us. It's just a shame though because my guy gets slander, right? From dancing to haircuts and stuff. And I've said this before. Everyone expects Paul Pogba to be Roy Keane, Giggs, Beckham, and Scholes all in one. Do you know what I'm trying to say to you? But what I would say to people is that the year we won the Europa League with Jose, when we won the treble with Jose, I'll put that out there, okay? He was playing in the number 10 role, So I don't know why Frodo Baggins thinks, do you know what, yeah, mate, let me just make this FIFA substitution and drop him back. This ain't, do you know what I mean? Fuck Ollie, like Frodo even. He's playing, he was forcing Pogba, and I just think, Kojo, you've played football. Most of us here have played football, yeah? Play your best players in the best position. So let me just wrap it up. Same as Beeks and Usmaan, man. Van der Beek, Bruno, and Pastor Fred, continuing his blessings.
Right, okay, let's move on to Ollie, or Frodo, as you like to call him. Just to finish off, last two topics, Ollie, and then of course the rumours about a certain Portuguese returning home. I know everyone's got opinions on that matter, but let's start with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer first and foremost. Everyone knows my thoughts on the guy, so I'm not going to dwell on it too much. But Sean, let's start with you, my friend. what are your thoughts on Ole Gunnar Solskjaer? His tenure so far this season.
Yeah.
And just how we're gonna move forward.
I've done enough videos on this guy. Let me say this real quick. Back to what was just said about Pogba. If you think this might be contributed to a different show, but if you think that some of Paul Pogba's slander doesn't have to do with the fact of the melanin in his skin, I was going to say the melanin in his skin as someone of a multiracial background. I'm just going to
forget that, bro. Fuck that, bro. Just say it. He's black.
He's black. And if you think for a fact that don't have anything to do with the slander, you also think that if Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was black, he still would have got the job. Less of that, because he wouldn't.
Wow.
Let's
speak on it, Sean. Speak on it.
Let's talk the truth, because the guy didn't even have a CV worthy of getting this job. He should have stayed caretaker. We made a mistake. The fact is, I have a little agenda here because I've always wanted Poch since Jose, so I have to back off of that and just be honest with the people that don't know me who may be in the comments, which, by the way, I say things messing around and being a little funny and messing with people. But generally, I'm a good guy, and I'm just taking the mic and having fun. Just
too
so
late
you
for
guys.
that. It's too late for that. No, Sean.
Well, here's the thing.
So I'm trying to come with a disclaimer, boy.
Ole is, bro, this guy. People say, "Oh, well, he won. He won. Pache never won. He won at Mo." Let's be real. I mean, that's not even MLS standard. I know. I go to MLS sometimes when I get a chance because I live up the street from DC United Stadium. The fact is, who cares? It's like saying someone won at Juve, someone won at Bayern, someone won at PSG. They always win. You know what I mean? That argument doesn't hold weight. Here's another thing. We know our team, our club, we're managed badly from the top down. We know Ole's not the biggest problem, right? People keep saying, "Oh, we got to stop sacking managers and we need to stop this cycle." Well, what about the cycle that Ole gives us? This inconsistently, very consistently type management that he's hot, cold, up and down, and a mess. I used to say I'm Ole indifferent in that I don't think he's the biggest problem, but at the end of the day, Ole, in my opinion, should go, because if he's not the guy to win us the league, why don't we celebrate what he's done to this point, what he's tried to build, what he's tried to reset, and let's get somebody in who can win the league. Overall, the management to me has been terrible. Not only do we not break down the smaller clubs, some of this guy's substitutions, I am convinced that he planned some substitutions the night before. He's like, hey, Carrick eat, McKenna eat, and everybody else eat. Tomorrow at 60 minutes, we're going. And here's the thing: we're chasing games, right? And he's making like-for-like substitutions. We're chasing games.
Bro, he's a fucking fraud.
Bro, I'm telling you,
bro. I swear to God.
I try to take it as nice as I can when it comes to the guy, because ultimately he gets slandered, and I'm not saying he doesn't deserve it. I'm just trying to be decent, but at the end of the day, he's not doing it, fam. So for me, if we were a big club, we wouldn't even wait till he goes on another bad run. We would go out and say, who's better?
Thank you.
Fire him right now. Why are we waiting for that? We know the bad run is coming. I told 100%. People, oh, we're going to lose to Everton. No, we're not. We're going to beat Everton, and we win in 3 or 4 in a row. We're all going to get excited. We're going to get gassed, and we're going to be like, yeah. And then all of a sudden, it's going to fall.
100%.
I'm just tired of it.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. I think that's exactly what's going to happen. We have got favourite fixtures, as I've already alluded to. West Brom and Istanbul in particular, hypothetically speaking, if we win them, it would be 3 wins in a row, which is something he's only done twice in his tenure at the moment, which is a very poor stat, to say the least. Listen, I'm not going to go into too much detail with all the lads because, we know what everyone's going to say. Everyone's already had this on Ole. So we're just repeating ourselves, really. But let's talk about Cristiano Ronaldo. A lot of people are having Cristiano Ronaldo. We didn't do a video on the sort of rumours, so to speak. And to be honest with you, for me personally, I don't think it's going to happen. I'll allow you guys to have your say on whether you think it'll happen as well. I don't think it'll happen, especially if it's at the expense of Sancho or Grealish, meaning, we either get Ronaldo or Sancho, hypothetically speaking. I don't think we'll get either. But just hypothetically speaking, if we could only pick one, of course, I'd pick Jadon Sancho. That was stupid to pick Ronaldo for me personally. However, I know a few of the guys have been saying they wouldn't take Ronaldo at all. So, Beaks, I'll come to you first and foremost. What are your thoughts on the Ronaldo rumors and obviously the situation?
Yeah, Cristiano Ronaldo, a man that we all adore, who played for our club, who brought the great memories, the great trophies, the great times at Manchester United. Who wouldn't want him back? I'm just looking at it from this perspective, yeah. Um, Ronaldo is what, 35, 34, 35? Cool.
Yeah.
So, for 2 years, United, and let's say hypothetically speaking, United end up signing him for 2 years on a wage which is probably 400 to 500k a week. Cool. People thinking he's going to take a wage cut. A rich man will never ask for less money. Let's put it that way.
Exactly.
That's number one. Number two now. Ronaldo, he'll be done. He'll get his money and he'll cut. So what's next? The thing is, my problem is that a lot of people, the same people that were complaining about Sanchez on a high wage bill, same people that are still saying Cavani's on a high wage bill, we don't need Cavani, are the same man that are saying I'll take Ronaldo in an instant. Now, I'm not here to say that I wouldn't take Ronaldo. I'd be stupid to tell you I wouldn't. I would love Ronaldo back at United. However, bro, that shit is going to hinder a lot of things, and not just the players that are at the club, but the people that we're going to try and bring in. You think United are going to sign Ronaldo and not sacrifice the likes of Sancho or Grealish or these other players that we want? Bro, that's the whole thing. It's not to say that I wouldn't want him at my club. I'm just looking at the future, bro, because if we bring him in, we're just literally one step forward, two steps back. Ronaldo will get you goals, guaranteed. He's a winning mentality. I understand that. But you want this club to develop, bro, that's a mad thing. That's like, I can't even describe it, man. I don't put it this way. I don't see any other club in the Premier League bringing a legend of that magnitude. And I'm not comparing Ronaldo to any other player that's played in the league, but I don't see any other club saying, do you know what? For instance, Liverpool, let's bring Suarez back. Do you understand what I'm saying? You don't see things like that, bro. Why is it always us? Every year we're linked to Ronaldo. Can we not just cut the crap? We know this thing happens.
I feel like Suarez was on a massive decline, though. I'm not gonna lie at Barca. Not to say Ronaldo. Well, I don't think Ronaldo is. I think Ronaldo's still going at the same level. Just to bring you in, Culture. Obviously, just to flip you on his head slightly. For the perspective of those fans that think it's a no-brainer to get him back. Ronaldo almost guarantees a league title. That's how much of an impact. I'm not saying he'll get us to the league title, but we'll be knocking on that door heavily if we could keep him fit. Kojo, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, no. If Ronaldo was to drain, you become challenger straight away just because of the way he's able to win games. That's just facts. At the end of the day, the guy he's still a supreme footballer. The reason why we're always linked with him is because every time he's asked in an interview about United, he tells you that he loves United because he does.
You made him minutes. Yeah.
Exactly. I have fun memories there. We won a lot together, and I always remember Old Trafford. And then he stops, and then suddenly, United are in talks. It's like Cristiano Ronaldo.
Yeah.
Like that's just what happens all the time. But I wouldn't say no to him just because I know how important he is in winning games. Even if your team's having a bombing performance, the guy's quality alone wins you a game like that. I understand that. Either feeding him in the box, he's at youth, he's playing a lot more out, he's linking up play. Overall games coming back together. Of course, set pieces, free kicks are here and there, but at the end of the day, when he hits a sweet one, it is beautiful. I will take him back, but I agree also that if it's one of those ones where we sign him, but we're not able to sign anyone else and we don't develop on what we have, it don't make sense. It doesn't make sense. But me personally, if he was to come tomorrow, as much as I've been doing all this and I love Cavani, listen, take that 7 shirt off, bro. It ain't yours. You know what I mean? Go wear 27 or something. But yeah.
Where do I send the offer?
It ain't yours, bro. It ain't yours. But yeah.
Yeah, no, just coming to you, Bobs. Obviously, I know some of the concerns are his wages. To keep it short, Agarda's leaving in January, so that's his wages off the wage bill. That can go to Ronaldo. I'm assuming Lingard, Pereira, one of these, well, realistically, probably both are going to leave. They're on at least 100k each. That's about 400k just there off them 4 players, really.
Wait, Usmaan, did you say, what was Pereira, sorry?
He's on about 110k.
Kilidu Jesus.
I think he might be on 120, and I'm not going to lie. And Phil Jones is on 120. I heard people saying he's on 80. I'm pretty sure Phil Jones is not on 80k. I'm sure he's on 120. But it is what it is. Anyway, so as I was saying, there's a couple of players we can clean up the wages. So technically, it's almost like we've got him for free in a sense. We could technically cancel Cavani's contract as well at the end of the season as well. and then obviously his wages could go to Ronaldo as well. But Bobs, what are your thoughts? You know, obviously the guys have made valid points for and against. Where do you stand in the whole situation?
I saw one of the headlines, Ronaldo to come back, and literally I said, yeah, so what? I don't care. I don't want him back. There's no point. Do you know why? Check it out, yeah. If we can't invest in Jadon Sancho, who's potentially going to be here for the next 10 years, yeah, why, like Beak said, why are we the club to say we can get Ronaldo? Yes, Ronaldo can guarantee you goals and league titles, yeah, but look at the teams he was competing in, yeah. We ain't got Sergio Ramos at the back, bro. Do you know what I mean? We got bloody Mr. Bean and friends at the back. Do you know what I'm trying to say to you, bro? Never mind about defending. Man, don't talk to each other about even defending, yeah? Listen, Ronaldo is like the Undertaker of wrestling. Like, he's just like, he's done it all. Why would he want to come back to us? Literally, on a financial point of view, it don't make sense because we wouldn't pay 108 million for Sancho. So what? We're gonna bring a 36 whatever guy. Listen, he is a hero.
Would you be sorry to interrupt? Would you be a free or would you be paying the fee as well?
Well, I'm saying like, look, if he was to come for a fee, he's earning like how much yearly? Do you know what I'm trying to say to you? So, but we would. What my point is that, like, financially, I don't think it makes sense. Put it that way. And for him physically, I don't know if he's if yes in Serie A he's doing it, but that's Serie A. It's a different kind of pace, different kind of tempo. But don't get me wrong, he's the best player in the world in my eyes. But personally, no, just no. Let it stay in the media. Unless he's done his coaching badges. Listen, I'll take a new interim if he wants to do that. Come. Do you know what I mean? Because listen, he coached Portugal to a title.
Oh, yeah.
That's all I'm gonna say. Yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. All right, listen, check it. Ronaldo has coached and won more titles than Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna leave that right there.
Well, there's one title, bro.
He's won.
Listen,
bigger titles.
Listen. Are you trying to tell me Molda? Yeah,
Mold is bigger than Rangers and Celtic, brother. All right. Anyways, let's move on.
No.
Anyways.
No.
Right, okay, I'm muting him.
You know how many titles Rangers have won, bro? Hey, okay, the numbers don't lie, bro.
I can't hear shit, man. I can't hear shit anymore. Right, anyways, yeah, so listen. You actually said something, I'll mind you up, man. You said something that, in your eyes, he's the best player in the world, which is a comment that I just feel like, for me personally, right, this is what I see it. It's not going to happen, first of all. Let's just get that out there before I pass it to you, Sean. It will never happen. It's all a lot of shit. If he leaves, he's going to PSG. Why would he come to us? He's already done it here. He needs to do it in Germany and France. And then he's conquered the whole of Europe, literally. Fair play to the guy. I don't think it'll happen, but obviously if you're speaking on a hypothetical, it's an absolute no-brainer. Take him back 110%. Because as you guys have all said, you said he's the best player in the world in your eyes. Cole just said he almost guarantees the title. I don't know about you guys, but for me personally, the only thing that matters is the title. The second thing is Ronaldo signs for Manchester United. Not only is that Ronaldo signing for us, how many players are going to want to come to us because of Ronaldo? Loads of players. We got Bruno, Pogba, Ronaldo, Martial, Rashford as our attack. We just get a bad boy DM. What's to say we can't win the Champions League as well? Like, just throwing it out there. Put Martial back on the left. Put Rashford on the right. We can go for both. Like, we got Cavani, Greenwood on bench. You guys are sat here, right? Like, we haven't had 8 years of fucking utter shit. And you want to say no to Ronaldo. Don't give me that bullshit. If we don't get Ronaldo, Liverpool will win the fucking league again, then they're going to be singing 21 times. Is that what you man's want? I don't give a shit if it's the most short-termism thing I've ever seen in my fucking life. Signing. Because in 2 years' time, we won't need Sancho because we have fucking Mason Greenwood. So it is what it is. But
Can't lie as well.
Thing, if we sign Ronaldo,
Stay off the drugs, mate.
If we sign
Stay off the
Ronaldo,
drugs.
listen, we're not going to sign Ronaldo for a lot of money because he's got, I think he's got 1 year left of his contract, 40 million, let's just say, in it or whatever. It's not a lot of money. Anyways, his wages won't be a problem because hopefully, if the club fucking finally sell some of the dead wood, they'll be able to cover his wages anyways. So Agalo's going in January, like I said, he's on about 150 grand there. Mata, Lingard, Pereira, Phil Jones, that's about 600 grand in wages. Rojo, again, 700 grand in wages. Just give it to Ronaldo. I couldn't give two shits how much he's on, as long as we fucking win the title. I couldn't care less.
He makes money as well.
Who's not going to be signing that? Who's not going to be buying that number 7 shirt with Ronaldo's name on it? Don't give me that bullshit. That's going to make $1 million and fucking own. But listen, coming back to the players, he's going to bring Man's are going to be wanting to come for Manchester United. We've got Rashford, we've got bloody fucking Martial and Ronaldo up top. Come on, lads. You're telling me that's not exciting? With Bruno and fucking Van de Beek, Pogba, and them man on the fucking options on the bench. Listen, all we need if we sign Ronaldo is a CDM who will come to us because Ronaldo's here, and our upper Meccano release clause who will come. Ronaldo will be like, come over, we win the fucking title. Say no fucking more, Bobs. Listen, you go support Liverpool and enjoy them with the league title.
Listen, I swear Kojo looks like upper Meccano, you know. Kojo looks like upper Meccano.
Big man henchman, that we'll take it. We'll take it.
What? Wait.
The transition was so mad.
Right, so James said we will not win the Prem with his own legs. Listen, Ronaldo don't need his fucking legs. Just put any kind of ball in the air, he'll out fucking jump everybody with a ladder on. They can have a ladder as well. He'll out jump them motherfuckers. So he doesn't need legs. This guy's clinical. He's done it everywhere he goes. Sean, over to you, mate. Which side you sit on? He's not gonna come, but I would take him in a heartbeat. That's my conclusion.
Yeah, I think obviously we would take Ronaldo in the sense that he's been my favorite player of all time. So I love the guy. It is hard.
Mine's Jesse Lingard, to be fair. It's quite close comparison.
It is hard to bring somebody back. But I'll say this, to the comment about his legs, I don't know if you've seen the numbers he was putting up when they just tested his body like a year and a half ago.
They said 41, didn't they?
It was crazy. But let me say this. I think one of the most underappreciated aspects of Ronaldo coming back would be this. I mean, it's worth the money just for this. Can you imagine Cristiano Ronaldo picks up the ball, shakes a few defenders, gets ready to get a shot off. He gets clipped from behind in the box. We win a PK. Bruno decides he's going to walk over and pick the ball up.
Not today.
I want to see Bruno pick the ball up while Ronnie's still on the ground, and let's watch how that goes. What Ronnie be like? You talking about the Undertaker? He'd be laying there dead and be like,
Mama get up like, what? You what? Oh God! But listen, I just want to add a couple of things here. Rick's asked me a question. Great tap, but what about the defense? As I said, you sign Ronaldo, players are going to want to come to you. It's as simple as that. Upper Meccano, just go and fucking pay the release clause. You know what I mean? But I didn't even mention another factor. That is the most integral factor of bringing Ronaldo back. Again, it's not going to happen, but hypothetically. His leadership. This guy won the competition with a shit Portugal team. Let's not shy away from it. That Portugal team was dead. I didn't even remember the guy's name who scored in the final. But you know, that Portugal team is dead, right? Man carried them. He's carried so many teams. He's clutch player. The guy's a clutch player, and his leadership, right? And you guys talk about, right? You know, we might not get Grealish and Sancho, and I hear that. But what you will get is the best version of Marcus Rashford and Anthony Martial you can ever get. Because they're going to see the best goalsman in the history of the game, day in, day out, the way my man trains. They're going to get the best flipping education they can possibly get. That's it, facts.
I think Ollie's doing a good job.
The only person better than him for me is the original Ronaldo when it comes to education in that sense, to come in and step in. The only other person that I'll put up there, Ronaldo comes into that dressing room, comes into that training ground every single week, and the standard goes up. Simple. Rashford is a Man United fan, born and bred. He's going to step up. This is his idol, probably, isn't it? Realistically speaking. Martial, again, everyone in the game respects Ronaldo. Every single one of those players is going to up their game because it's contagious. This guy's not even It's not even elite. This guy's above elite. You've seen The Last Dance, Michael Jordan. This motherfucker is Michael Jordan of football. If you haven't seen The Last Dance, watch it and come back to me. This guy will lift everyone. Even the canteen lady's going to be on fire with the fucking food. That's how good Ronaldo will be for the club. So listen, boys, I'm going to let you wrap it up. Beaks, have you changed your mind? Have I convinced you of what we say?
Slightly have, but I'm still gonna say no, man.
Okay, it is what it is. There we go. I tried, lads. I tried my best. He's not coming anyway, so it don't even matter, but it is what it is. Guys, listen, we'll wrap it there. Obviously, let us know in the comment section. Just to clarify, I don't think it's even remotely happening. Like Cole just said, it's bullshit rumors. It is what it is. And just drop a like, subscribe to the channel. As I've always said, I think I started to start the video. 75% of you are not subscribed, which is 3 or 4 quick maths for you guys. So yeah, just hit the subscribe button. It's completely free. Before we go, as we always do, Kojo, where can they find you, brother?
Right here at Coach Kojo, and of course at Free Midfield all over YouTube, SoundCloud, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Twitter. Free Midfield.
Come on.
More bits and bobs. Where can they find you?
Yeah. So what? Catch me. Twitter handle right there. Yeah. Catch me on Twitter. Obviously, catch me on Instagram. Listen, newest member of the pack. I'm the newest member of the Usmaan team. Listen, make sure you like and smash, subscribe and everything, guys. Make sure you back the channel. Shout out to the man them. Oh, Shawn Michaels. It was good to meet you, bro. Real talk.
Guys, Shawn Michaels. Oh, that's a new name. Where can they find you? Obviously, can see you at anyways, but
yeah, right there.
YouTube as well.
At Worldwide Red Show. You can follow me on YouTube or on the madness that is football Twitter, bringing you that lovely Yankee voice to the amazing club that is Manchester United. Always a participator, never a hater. So listen, send me your ats. I'll follow you. I'll subscribe to your channels, even if I think you're talking rubbish. One of my favorite European words.
Beaks, it's about Beaks. Where can I find you, brother?
It's your boy Beaks. Yeah, catch me on the socials at Beats Corner. All down there. On YouTube as well, and Instagram, same thing. It is what it is. Make sure let's keep on subscribing to Usmaan Talks United. Let's get it to 1K before the end of the year. You get me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, shout out to everyone, man. Love, peace.
Yes. As I always say, stay tuned. Quiz on Monday. No video tomorrow. Quiz on Monday. Tuesday, myself and Bits and Bobs are doing a show on racism in football. And on Wednesday, we got a show on mental health as well. So obviously, stay tuned for them. It's going to be a good week of content as always. It's been your host, Usmaan. Peace.